I'll say it quite frankly. Will Smith, Brendan Fraser, they do not deserve the Oscar. And before you attack me, have you ever asked yourselves, is the Oscar truly for the best performance? Or is it just a consolation prize for names we love? Today, I will reveal to you the 10 worst Oscar wins for acting. Stay with us. 1. Will Smith, King Richard, 2022. Will Smith's win is considered a unique critical case, as it will forever remain shadowed by the famous slap. But the artistic objection lies in the performance being very safe and offering nothing new. Critics believe the Academy fell into the trap of a legacy award, meaning giving the prize to a major actor because his time has come and not because this specific role was the best artistically. The tragedy appears when comparing his performance to Andrew Garfield in Tick, Tick, Boom, who provided a mental and physical effort that far exceeded Smith's traditional portrayal. Smith relied on his usual charisma, making the performance look like a repetition of the inspiring hero archetype he has presented before. 2. Brendan Fraser, The Whale, 2023. Brendan Fraser's win represents the peak of what critics call emotional comeback narratives, where sympathy for his personal story was the primary driver of his campaign. The artistic objection focuses on the total reliance on makeup and prosthetics, a tactic some see as artistic cheating that replaces physical expression with an external mold to force feelings of pity. Critics accused the film of restricting Fraser's abilities and keeping his emotions trapped under silicone, while his rival Austin Butler succeeded in molding his body and voice to become Elvis without ready-made molds. Fraser's win reinforced the rule that engineered physical suffering always wins, turning acting into a competition of enduring heavy makeup. The Academy preferred to reward a human story behind the scenes at the expense of an innovative artistic performance, making the Oscar look like a tribute to his life rather than his art. This one gave the impression that the physical pressure an actor exerts on their health is the ultimate standard for creativity. 3. Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side, 2010. Critics today agree that Sandra Bullock's win was a victory for popularity, rather than the art of acting, as the performance relied on presenting a firm mother figure in a one-dimensional style lacking dramatic complexities. The role felt like it was intended for an inspirational TV movie, and the competition was fierce with Gabourey Sidibe, who gave a brilliant and painful performance in Precious, but the Academy surrendered to commercial success. The character moved at a single pace without any real internal conflict, and this one is viewed as one of the weakest performances historically as it added nothing new to acting techniques. The audience feels that Bullock deserved recognition for deeper works, but this role remained a major question mark regarding true winning standards. Over time, the feeling intensified that the work was promoting an inaccurate stereotype, making the award look like a reward for beloved stardom rather than technical brilliance. For Emma Stone, La La Land, 2017. Emma Stone's win is considered one of the most puzzling moments, not for her lack of talent, but because the role itself lacks dramatic weight. The film is a love letter to Hollywood, which is the chord the Academy always strikes, awarding Stone based on charisma rather than exceptional mastery. Emma gave a sweet performance, but her singing and dancing abilities were modest compared to musical film standards, making her win look like a reward for young stardom. The shock appears when looking at the competitor Isabelle Huppert, who gave a psychological performance that should be studied, requiring a courage Stone did not possess at that stage. Critics described the win as the safe choice to please the public, while Huppert's true artistic genius was ignored. This win reinforced the Academy's preference for attractive simplicity over disturbing complexity, causing the award to lose its luster as a standard for professional excellence and turning it into a promotional tool. 5. Jessica Chastain, The Eyes of Tammy Faye, 2022. Jessica Chastain's win is an example of Hollywood's obsession with radical physical transformation as a substitute for dramatic depth. The objection does not touch her talent, but focuses on the performance drowning in caricature-like imitation, where layers of silicone prevented Chastain's real facial expressions from reaching the viewer. Critics believe the character was presented in a one-sided style, focusing on eccentricity, without diving into deep psychological contradictions. The tragedy lies in the defeat of performances overflowing with honesty like Penelope Cruz and Kristen Stewart, who artistically surpassed the physical imitation. Chastain's win reinforced a regrettable conviction that the path to an Oscar goes through heavy makeup, turning acting into a disguise aimed at visual dazzle. The audience felt the award was a reward for diligence for Chastain's patience in makeup rooms, rather than a crowning of an artistic creation relying on soul and essence. This masked style of acting kills spontaneity and makes the viewer watch the quality of prosthetics instead of engaging with psychological motives. 6. Laura Dern, Marriage Story, 2020. Laura Dern's win sparked resentment among those seeking innovation because she offered no new artistic challenge, but was rather recycling her famous character from the series Big Little Lies. This repetition made the performance look like a routine job for an actress who knows what voters like, rather than a portrayal of a unique character. The objection grows when looking at the competitor Florence Pugh, who gave a stunning transformation of her character, and Scarlett Johansson, who blended tenderness and strength. The Academy preferred the big name and the familiar over-talents who ventured into complex roles, making Dern's win look like a legacy award for her status. This type of award weakens the credibility of the supporting actress category, which historically existed to highlight roles that steal the camera with their brilliance. In the end, Dern's performance remained lackluster and revealed the Academy's bias toward the safe zone and strong public relations, as the character lacked human shades and seemed only like a tool to move the plot. 7. Casey Affleck, Manchester by the Sea, 2017. Casey Affleck's win remains surrounded by a controversy blending art and ethics, as opponents see his performance as static, to the point of stagnation. Affleck relied entirely on a single expression representing suppressed grief, which some see as a lack of flexibility and ability to show complex psychological shifts. The objection appears when comparing him to Denzel Washington in Fences, who gave a whirlwind of integrated acting, mastering body language and long dialogue. Affleck's win was considered a bias toward silent drama, which the Academy sometimes overestimates at the expense of powerful performances. Additionally, the ethical controversy surrounding him made his win look like a deliberate disregard for sensitive files at a wrong time. This Oscar reinforced the idea that excessive calmness may be misinterpreted as artistic depth, making Affleck's win lack historical consensus. Affleck's reliance on a single tone of voice and unchanging features limited the viewer's ability to explore the different layers of pain the character claimed to carry. 8. Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, 2018. Once again, silicone triumphs over pure talent. Oldman is undoubtedly a great actor, but his win here was a debt repayment for his career and a tribute to the makeup that turned him into Churchill. The problem is that the performance was hiding behind thick layers, making the viewer watch the brilliance of transformation rather than the honesty of emotion. In that cycle, Daniel Day-Lewis was giving his final performance in his last film, a pure performance relying on precise facial expressions without prosthetics. The Academy rewarded the physical effort and the stunning physical portrayal, ignoring the deep dramatic innovation that needs no auxiliary means. Oldman's win remains an example of how voters surrender to direct visual dazzle, which wrongs actors who provide roles based on soul and spirit away from the noise of historical makeup. Oldman provided impressive vocal and physical mimicry, but it remained within the framework of external imitation that reminds you at every moment that you are watching a great actor performing a difficult task. 9. Sam Rockwell, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, 2018. Rockwell's win for the character of the racist cop, who suddenly found redemption, faced harsh criticism because the film tried to polish a loathsome character superficially. Rockwell gave a good performance, but the writing of the character itself was ethically and artistically controversial, making the award look like a reward for an unrealistic, stereotypical change. In contrast, Willem Dafoe was more deserving of recognition for his gentle human role away from vulgarity and ready-made patterns. Rockwell's win reinforced the idea that the Academy loves characters that undergo a sudden transformation, even if it is dramatically unconvincing. This Oscar stripped the appreciation from roles that carried deeper human values and acting mastery that does not rely on superficial controversy. The character was drawn with traditional Hollywood tools aimed at eliciting easy sympathy through artificial heroic situations and artistically unjustified contradictions. 10. Grace Kelly, The Country Girl, 1954. Grace Kelly's win is classified as one of the most famous, unpleasant surprises in the history of the ceremony, as it was considered a victory for overwhelming stardom over brilliant performance. Kelly tried to whitewash her image as a beauty icon by wearing drab clothes to look like an ordinary woman, a simple visual tactic that deceived the committees then. The shock was in the defeat of the legend Judy Garland, who gave In A Star Is Born a performance considered one of the greatest in history, blending singing and psychological breakdown with mastery beyond description. Critics say Garland was subjected to a public robbery in favor of Hollywood's favorite star of that era. Kelly's win reinforced the idea that the Academy biases toward the actress who tries to appear less beautiful, ignoring the raw acting genius. Over the decades, Kelly's film remained lackluster in memory, while Garland's performance continued to be a reference that is studied, making this Oscar a historical stain on the Academy's record. Write to us in the comments, which actor least deserved the Oscar? And which actor deserves the Oscar most but never took it? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.